Happy Monday, you guys. Really nice to see you. And I wanted to talk to you today about my rant, which every time I see someone post saying, I cannot live without milk or cheese or ice cream. Yes, you can. And I'm laughing because the difference, and you'll see in my description in this video, the description talks about what I'm going to talk about today, right? So there's a big step in between where you totally feel like you cannot live without animal-based milks or cheeses or ice cream and that kind of thing. And that segment is the part that you need to find within yourself to understand, first of all, that it is not true that you can't live without it. And second of all, you probably have an addiction, which has definitely been proven medically and scientifically that we can be addicted to milk. There are chemicals in there that are really hard to break away from. But in my situation, when I had to go gluten-free, and then when I started reading all about the health implications of eating animal-based products, which I'm going to show you the book right now, this book changed my life. Even just reading the preface, just the beginning, the first introduction and describing why Dr. Greger does what he does, really, and the whole history of saving his grandmother from heart disease. Gave her, I think it was somewhere between 20 and 30 extra years of life when the doctor said she was going to die. I mean, that's pretty significant. So that part, that missing element of going, I absolutely need animal-based milks. 2, I'm totally going to make my own milks, and I can do it with all kinds of nuts and seeds, and I will be so good and healthy, and I will understand what it takes, which, by the way, is not a whole lot. There are even a lot of you who do whole foods, plant-based, that still sometimes need to buy your milks from the grocery store. And that's okay. That's totally okay. But you'll definitely it'll taste a lot better and it's healthier for you if you buy it or buy the seeds and nuts and soak them and make them at home. It just is. Because if you look at the ingredients on the pre-made plant-based milks compared to what you make at home, you'll see the big difference. Plus, it's a lot less concentrated what you buy at the store. It depends on what you want and need and what your tolerance for time, shopping, and preparation, which is really not a lot. And I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. First thing, though, for those of you who don't know me, there are a lot of new people, and I am Jackie, and I help moms easily create a gluten-free living style, and all without sacrificing sanity. Because right now, especially, we need a lot of sanity, yes. And by the way, if you do want to make comments or if you do want to join in with me in the discussion here, there is a link in the description that if you click it, then it'll connect your Facebook profile, your name, and then I can see who's commenting. So otherwise, I don't know who is commenting unless I go back to the actual Facebook group. So that being said, well, then let me check and see and make sure there's none of you that is here. No. Okay, no problem. I just wanted to check in real quick. So first thing, so I already showed you the How Not to Die book explains, by the way, in there as well. One of the other missing elements, that big step you're missing, is that animal-based proteins are a lot harder for the body to digest, and therefore, and this is very simplistically speaking, by the way, but animal-based proteins and eating animals have been attributed to type 1, type 2 carcinogens. So I do not provide animal-based products or food or anything for my family because I want to keep them as healthy as possible. And so, yeah, so there is actually one plant-based milk that I will buy at the grocery store that's actually pretty good, but it does have oil in it, and I'm not sure exactly why, but they made it, it makes it a little bit more emulsified, I think, but it's oat-based milk, and it's very delicious, and I don't buy it very often. It's like if there's an emergency and I'm out of all my seeds or nuts. So, all right, so there's that. So the secret to making your own plant-based milks, and by the way, I brought my, this is my jar of pumpkin seed milk. That's what I make. It actually has ounce for ounce more protein than even beef steak. It has more protein, and it's got iron in it. It's got a lot of other nutrition benefits to it, which I don't need to go into all the descriptions of all the different nuts and seeds. You can look them up, but that is mine. I make pumpkin seed milk, and it goes in anything I make. I put it in my coffee, and it's delicious. It's really, really good. And the secret, I found out the hard way to making plant-based milks is, first of all, which I knew, and it depends, by the way, on the actual nut or seed that you're making. For example, chia seeds, you cannot soak them overnight and then drain them because they are totally a goo, and it just doesn't work that way. But the other nuts and seeds work really well. And I can give you the list here. I also wanted to show you another book that I highly recommend. This was the second book that transformed my life. And I read this in a weekend, by the way, and it's about half recipes and half kitchen prep, which I've totally absorbed and I've taken on my own way. And so the secret, I'm getting to that. Oh, and by the way, I also wanted to pitch today. I really wanted to recommend to you, if you have any troubles or any questions right now, I highly recommend that you click on the link in my description about booking a call with me. It's just really simple. You just go there, you pick your time zone, and then you pick a slot, and we talk for half an hour. Let's see what I can help you with. I can give you tips on how to ditch the gluten today out of your kitchen and totally help walk you through that today. So get in there, book times this week. I need to make sure that you guys are taken care of, and I am taking some calls this week for that exact purpose. Okay, anyway, back to the secret to making your own. Oh, and that link, by the way, is in the description, but it's glutenqueen.youcanbook.me, and you'll see it in there. So you always soak your nuts and seeds overnight, depending on which one it is. And I'll give you that list that is what's common. And then you drain them really well. Freeze after soaking them and rinsing them really well. Put them in, and I use gallon plastic bags, or you can use. I mean, ideally, it's better to not use plastic, but for this situation, I do use plastic, and I freeze the nuts or seeds, depending on what it is, and then after it's frozen, smash them up with your old meat tenderizer, or if you've got a hammer or sledgehammer, but gently, gently. I've accidentally smashed them too hard, and the bag opened up and it was like a mess all over my floor. So they're frozen already, but it makes it a lot easier to scoop and measure after that. Then it's totally measurable and easy to cook with and make a really fast milk if you ran out of milk, for example. And the ratio of mixing up your milks is 1 to 4. 1 cup of nuts or seeds to 4 cups of water. And it depends on your preference. If you're going for a real creamy batch, then go with less water, like 1 to 3. And if you're making a sour cream, for example, it might even be more like 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, but you want to test it out. You want to see what you like, and then you add some lemon juice and or vinegar, depending on the recipe you're trying. It's really, really delicious, by the way. Totally easy to make sour cream. There's no excuse why you can't make your own sour cream. So, and yes, a friend of mine asked me yesterday, you do not need to have a Blentec or a Vitamix. It's the ideal. I went a whole year without a Vitamix, and I still made my own nice cream. I still made my own milks. And then eventually I saved up a little bit and I got a Vitamix, and I haven't looked back since. But you can absolutely do it. There's no, you can't say that just because you have a regular Oster blender, for example, you can't do your own thing. You totally can. Now, after you've blended it really, really well, and sometimes it may take a couple minutes, but afterwards, you either need to strain it with cheesecloth, or you don't have to at all. Depends also on your preference of how you like your milks. Pumpkin seed milk, you don't have to strain, especially with a Vitamix. You just don't. So I'm going to read you the list here, and then we'll finish up. But one last thing, too, I want to mention, if you want to watch the whole video that I have a whole teaching video on going gluten-free, and also whole foods plant-based is part of my plan. If you go to theglutenqueen.com, my video is right there. You can't miss it. So go and watch, and click on the link to book a call. Okay? So, because I'm here for you guys, all right? So this book, yes, is the Yum Universe book. And I will list for you the nuts that are really great to make milks with. Almonds, of course. And after you soak them overnight, the ideal situation is to pull off the outer brown wrapper on each nut. It tastes a whole lot better, and it has a little extra bitterness to it if you don't. I've done it both ways. It's great either way, but you do have to strain it with cheesecloth. It doesn't take that long, but it's totally worth it. I have done Brazil nuts. Actually, you don't want to use too much of that because it does have the selenium, and you want to monitor that, especially if you have thyroid issues. But there are cashews. Cashews is an excellent, excellent nut for making, of course, cashew nut butter. And then there's always cashew sour cream. Cashews are excellent for making cheeses, for like cheesecakes. Really excellent. And of course, chia seeds. I have not made milk with that, but I'm guessing it's pretty good. Flax seeds. Flaxseed milk is so good for you, and you absolutely can make it with flax seeds. Really great idea. Hazelnuts. Really nice. I bet that would be excellent for the holidays, for your coffees. Really delicious. Or tea. And macadamia nuts. They're pecans, of course. And then there's pumpkin seeds. Quinoa. You could make quinoa milk. That one's not, it's just something to try. You can also mix any of these and get a mixture of milks. Really excellent. Rice milk. It's not my favorite, but it's totally something that you can do. Sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and of course walnuts. So that is my rant and my, hey, you guys can do this, and you do not have to rest on the feeling that you cannot live without animal-based milks, especially considering the health benefits and or the health consequences. So if you have questions, please type them below, and I would be really happy to answer them for you. And I hope this video helps you. And I will be posting this later on YouTube, on my channel, and also in my Gluten Queen playlist, which is going to have all my videos. So it's very easily accessible, so you don't have to scroll through the group. For those of you who are in my plant-based gluten-free living group, it makes it so much easier. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have an awesome day, wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon.